Hello pretties, welcome to our tutorial. So I was having a hard time picking a video to film. Sorry, something's itching my nose and there it is. Okay, so I was having a hard time picking a video to film for today, and I was going through like my little list of video ideas, and I was looking for something like quick and easy because I know my video that's gonna go up before this one, but I'm filming after this one, is gonna be quite long. So I want something like short and simple, and I decided to do the if I could only keep if I could only keep 5 lip products. I'm not 100% sure if this was created before. I'm assuming somebody must have thought of this before. I personally came up with the idea from the if I could only keep 5 eyeshadow palettes, which came from the if I could only keep 10 eyeshadow palettes. I'm not 100% sure who even came up with that. I feel like I might have heard Emily Noel at some point. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, I'm going to leave Emily Noel's YouTube channel below, so check it out. But that's where all this came from. Like, I feel like lip products are a lot harder to pick only 5 than even eyeshadows, because with eyeshadows, I feel like a lot of eyeshadow palettes like kind of repeat each other, and there's a lot of like different color stories. But with lipsticks, like that's it. Like, I feel like that's a lot harder. And I thought about doing 10, but I was like, I'm not 100% sure. I really wanted to make it hard. And so I decided to go with 5, and I quickly regretted that. Only because I ended up really realistically with 7 that I wanted, or at the very least I could do 6. But 5 was really rough. I think I could have done 10 really easily, and that's why I didn't want to do that. Straight off the bat, the first 3 that came to my mind, ooh, shoot. Okay. First 3 came to mind, absolutely is happening in this 3, so let me talk about those. So first one, absolutely cannot go without red liquid lipstick. I know a lot of people don't feel comfortable wearing red liquid lipsticks all the time. I personally do. I feel so damn bold in a red liquid lipstick. I wear it on a daily basis. I literally can wear it. I just panned a red liquid lipstick in Partners in Cream project pan. I feel super confident in wearing red liquid lipstick on a daily basis. It does not have to be a special occasion. So I personally love the one from Laura Los Angeles in the shade Christmas. This has become a permanent color in her collection. This used to be a Christmas release, I think it was like 2 years ago. But I really like it. This is to me a more wearable red because it is a little bit more nude. It's not nude, it's muted. There you go. It's a little bit darker than I feel, like the undertone's a little bit darker, and not necessarily blue base or pink base. You see that? It's definitely red. Like when you see it, it looks red, but it's a nice muted red. I can't describe it. There's like a slight blackness to it, darkness that I feel makes it more wearable. In the sun, it definitely is very bright and nice. And it's still a red, but it's more like a wine red without being dark and vampy. It's not dark and vampy, and that's what I love about it. My favorite red liquid lipstick, had to have it. Now on the other side of that, I also wanted something in the same like undertones with like more darker red, but at the same time more wearable, and I wanted to go with the gloss. So I have the Hibiscus from Persona Cosmetics, because again, it has, as you can tell, it's darker. This looks way darker than the Laura Los Angeles one, but it's a gloss, so it's sheer, and the Persona Cosmetics formula is so comfortable, and this one can definitely pull a little bit more purpley, a little more wine color. There you go. See that? It's just a nice little wash of color. Definitely has those red undertones that I appreciate. So I just feel like these two, you know, depending on what kind of look you're doing, can really complement each other. If you want to put it on top of the other one, or if you just want to wear it on your own. And so yeah, I was like, this nice little wash of color really completes the look without being overpowering, and these are so comfortable, so hydrating, so nice. I think it even says it here. No, I know she uses shea butter on her lip products, and so nice. If you've never tried the Persona glosses, highly recommend. Okay, on the same note, I wanted something to be more like everyday, easy to wear, so I went with the lip oil from Colourpop, and this is in the shade Hotshot, which when these first released in the Wild Nothing collection, they all look really sheer except for this one. This one had slightly more pigment to it, or at least had some pigment to it, because the other ones you couldn't tell there was anything on them. Also, I did not want to go with the gloss formula of this because I do not like it. I've only tried one product which is the Wildflower, which was in the Raw Beauty Christie collection. And I have been told that that one is a different formula, or I've heard it on YouTube, that is a different formula from the regular Luxe glosses. I've heard those actually be nice and nourish and all that stuff, but based on that being my first one that I've tried and I'm not liking that formula at all, I decided to not even test the waters. I don't want to buy any more and potentially dislike it, even though I've been told the formula has been different. So I didn't want to risk it. So I decided to go with the lip oil because it is super nourishing in those days where you're trying to do like a no makeup days, or you're kind of running out the door. You just want a little bit of hint of wash of color. I decided to go with this. It's like a nude, but it's slightly warm. But again, it's really sheer. It just gives you a little bit of color. See that one right there in the middle? And I just feel like, again, when you're doing a no makeup day, and because it's a lip oil, it is super hydrating. It is really nice, easy to reapply. It is not long lasting, but yeah, I do like it. Oh, something that I forgot to mention. This gloss is somewhat long lasting, but actually what I do like is that it actually leaves your lips slightly tinted. It tints your lips slightly, just barely, and it doesn't even last very long. But that makes, I feel, this gloss slightly more long lasting, because even if the actual like shiny part goes away, there's still a slight tint to your lips, and even if that goes away after a while, you don't have to reapply as often. Whereas with this lip oil, you definitely will have to, because it will disappear completely in like an hour or two. But it does come with a lot of product. Completely washed off on my end. Hold on. I know I can, yeah, okay, 0.16. So it's relatively big amount of product. I guess the bottle just looked bigger. But again, I don't feel bad reapplying that whatsoever. Go ahead. All right. I definitely wanted to go with something a little bit bumpier for my number 4. So number 4 was relatively easy for me to, think of, but it did not jump at me like this 3 did. This 3 was like, oh, for sure, top 3, I gotta pick those. Like, I have to have those. But I wanted to go with something bumpier, something a little bit darker, and so I decided to go with the L'Oreal Los Angeles liquid lipstick in the shade Show Off. Okay, so this is like a deep mauve, I guess is the best way I could describe it. It slightly wine shade. There you go. It's really nice, but I just wanted to go with something a little bit darker. I do feel like because it's slightly mauvey, I feel like you can do like a neutral look with it and it will go nicely. You can do a more darker look and it'll go nice with it. You can do a more soft look. It'll go nice, really nice pink look, and it'll look nice. I just felt like the actual undertones of it will be really easy, and there's like a slight neutralness to it even though it's darker. And I just felt like I needed something a little bit dark, just for those days where you just don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck, you don't care who's talking to you, and you're just feeling yourself for those days where just don't come at me. All right, so my last shade was really difficult for me to pick out because I was truly in between 2 shades, which is the actually I didn't swatch one of them here. Ooh. All right, here you go. So I was really in between LA Lady from Colourpop, which I did swatch it right here. This top one right here, that's LA Lady, and it's like a mid-tone. It's not too dark, but it's definitely not light color, warm brown. And then I was between Layover, which is like a neutral, a lot softer than Layover. It's the bottom one right here, but a little bit pink. There's like a slight pink undertone to it right there. And I just feel like I feel like I need something a little bit more like pink and neutral, but I'm like, I don't know if I should go with like pink. Sorry, I felt like I needed something more neutral to balance this out that was slightly more pigmented than what I've got going on. But I was torn between going between something that's more pink or something that's more orangey brown, and so that's where that was. And so I decided to go with Huam Wan, and I feel like I ended somewhere in the middle. It's softer than these 2, which I'm okay with, but it's kind of like pink, but it's lightly warm. It feels like a peach, but not quite peachy. And again, it's just the middle of the shade, and I feel like it was a good compromise between the 2, where it does pull slightly pinky, but it's definitely warm. And so that was my compromise. And yeah, that's how I ended up with my top 5. Like, if I could only keep 5 lip products, I feel like this will be it. I will have a nice combination between bold, darker, some more softer formulas, and I just feel like any look that I can create, I can find something to go along with this shades right here. And that's it, guys. That's it. I forgot to say this, but please don't forget to like and subscribe to become a resident of F and I'll see you in the next one.